I really love a nice drawer sachet, and this one, of course, is filled with lavender and a little bit of stuffing up in the arches. We made something kind of similar a few years back with our lavender sachet. We're needle felting onto linen, and you can see this is the same linen, but this is a slightly different process than this one, so let me talk you through the steps. We used our large Heart cookie cutter to trace around this outer design. From there, we freehanded these two inner heart shapes. The most inner heart is the one that we needle felt onto the fabric with our colored fiber. We do that just with a fine felting needle. The outer line is where we cut the fabric, and the middle line is our stitch line onto our quilting fabric. Needle felt your inner heart in whatever color you like. Peel it off your felting surface, and then trim your fabric along the outer heart outline. You will use your cookie cutters again on your quilting fabric. Match your cut out linen heart to the same shape in your quilting fabric, and you will stitch by hand or machine the linen to the quilt fabric. After stitching your linen fabric with a needle felted heart to the face of your quilting fabric, give it a nice steam press. To make it easy, I put two pieces of fabric right sides together, and then I traced my heart onto the fabric and cut out about a 1/2 inch margin. Where the heart dips down is kind of sharp, so we've softened that line to make sewing easier. Once those two are cut out and you have your guideline in place, now it's time to get our needle felted fabric onto the face of this fabric. Stitch around your heart outline, leaving about 3 to 4 inches on one side for turning and stuffing. Turn your heart right side out. If it's not turning well, you can clip along the curves of the heart so that you get rid of that extra bulk. And use a nice rounded tool to get all of your edges fully turned and the pointy end poked out. I also then frayed the outside of the linen just by pulling on the threads a little bit so that they're a little bit scruffy. I like to stuff the very tops of this heart with quilt batting. You could also use core wool if that's all you have. I stuffed the very tops, the side perimeter, and the very bottom, and then filled in all the middle with fresh grade 1 lavender that we carry here in the shop. And then I filled in the very last inch before turning with batting so that the lavender didn't fall out while I was hand stitching it. And you can hand stitch or machine stitch your heart closed.